kesehatan. Tapi
ini hidup yang lebih baik, lebih sehat.
Kita butuh bantuan, itu bukanlah kelemahan.
Diabetes itu sebetulnya multifaktorial penyebabnya.
3, 2, 1.
To the C Morning Show, as mentioned by Sarah prior to the break, we've got more updates from Indonesia in this segment, beginning with our first story where heavy rain soaked Padang in West Sumatra since Saturday night, and this in turn caused landslides to take place in 2 different locations. And although no lives were lost in the disaster, the landslides did damage 2 homes and blocked road access.
The Padang Disaster Mitigation Agency had said that heavy rain since Saturday night caused landslides in 2 locations within the city. One took place on the Lingkanipa-Teluk Bayur route and prevented vehicles from traversing the road.
The second took place at Jalan Bukit Air, which is also in the Teluk Bayur area. The landslide displaced soil from an area measuring 25 meters high and 12 meters wide, which damaged 2 homes.
Kajian berkembang menunjukkan dan semalam 2024 dan sampai saat ini kita masih mengerjakan beberapa titik di Teluk Bayur. Untuk korban jiwa tidak ada, korban benda, rumah ada di Kaung.
Meanwhile, 9 sub-districts in Maros Regency, South Sulawesi are suffering from drought, which causes 45,000 residents to struggle obtaining clean water. This prompted the local administration to issue a drought emergency status. Additionally, the Maros Regency administration started supplying clean water to 9 affected sub-districts on Saturday afternoon.
The drought initially only affected 4 sub-districts in Maros Regency, namely Bontua, Lao, New Maros, and Marusui. However, the Maros Regional Disaster Mitigation Agency, or BPBD, found that the drought has spread to 5 other districts, namely Mandai, Tanralili, Simbang, Turikale, and Batimurung by Saturday afternoon. The drought has lasted for around 2 months and affects 45,000 individuals across 9 sub-districts. It has caused wells connected to residential areas to dry up. Water has dried up from wells across the area, and the situation has been aggravated by the lack of rain.
And in response, the Maros Regency administration has issued a drought emergency status across the 9 affected sub-districts. They've also deployed 9 water trucks, which will be offering 4,000 to 12,000 liters of water in each drought-affected area. Additionally, the government is also providing aid amounting to 100 million rupiahs to help mitigate this drought.
Dari 9 kecamatan tersebut itu diperkirakan lebih kurang 45.000 jumlah penduduk yang terdampak kekeringan dan terdiri dari lebih kurang 7.000 kakak yang tersebar di 9 kecamatan. Dan memang yang terparah sampai hari ini dari awal itu kecamatan Bontua itu hampir secara keseluruhan wilayah kecamatan Bontua yang terdiri dari hampir masyarakat di sana itu terdampak kekeringan. Kecamatan Lau sebagian besar, Kecamatan Maros Barat.
On Saturday afternoon, a joint operation between the Central Bangka Police along with the armed forces dismantled hundreds of illegal mining pontoons in the 3 former PT Kobatin areas.
This action aims to enforce the law and eliminate illegal activities that disrupt land ownership currently held by PT Timah.
On Saturday afternoon, joint officers from the Central Bangka Police and the Armed Forces dismantled hundreds of illegal mining pontoons located in the 3 former PT Kobatin areas. The demolitions was necessary due to the miners' disregard for police warnings. To expedite the process, authorities deployed an excavator unit at the site. These 3 interconnected pits housed numerous illegal tin mining pontoons operating on land whose status is currently held by PT Timah.
Bersinergi dengan seluruh stakeholder terkait, jadi termasuk bersama-sama dengan PT Timah, kemudian unsur Forkominda, kita sejak pagi laksanakan kegiatan penertiban di lokasi, baik di Kenari, Babok maupun Bulu. Bisa rekan-rekan lihat untuk nonton sementara ini masih berproses, mereka membongkar semua. Nanti dari hari ini ke belakang kita sudah tidak penertiban lagi, kita langsung laksanakan kegiatan penegakan. Artinya sudah 3 kali dilakukan langkah penertiban. Ini adalah langkah terakhir penertiban di hari ini. Berikutnya langsung penegakan hukum. Maka proses dari Gakum saya yakinkan harus berjalan.
Miners are conducting illegal operation in an area currently run by PT Timah. The police have urged all parties to cease mining activities at this location until the legal status is clarified. Saturday contributor reporting from Bangka Tengah, Bangka Belitung Island.
The 509th Balawara Yuda Raider Infantry Battalion Task Force under the Indonesian Army Strategic Command continues to conduct security operations at the Indonesia-Papua New Guinea border. They also launched a mission in Intan Jaya Regency, central Papua on Sunday.
Meanwhile, the 323rd Buaya Putih Raider Infantry Battalion Task Force under the Habema Operational Command also conducted security operations that are focused on the Indonesia-Papua New Guinea border in Puncak Regency. And such measures were done in alignment with Presidential Instruction Number 9 of 2020 regarding the acceleration of welfare development in Papua.
The 509th Balawara Yuda Raider Infantry Battalion Task Force recently visited Bilogay village in Sugapa district to distribute basic necessities to the residents in the area. They also took the opportunity to interact and communicate with the residents to remain updated of their further situation. Meanwhile, the 323rd Task Force from Gomi Post, which is under the leadership of First Lieutenant Galang, visited the resident of Jenggernok village. They were there to build trust and a sense of community with the locals. Jenggernok residents, particularly children and their parents, were overjoyed for receiving free clothes from the task force personnel.
The distribution of basic necessities in Papua must adhere to 3 principles, which align with Presidential Instruction Number 9 of 2020. Aid must be offered as a form to bolster security, while assigned task forces must support the regional government in providing essential services for local communities. They also need to conduct inclusive social communication with all stakeholders in Papua. The main goal is to foster a stable and conducive security situation, which may allow stakeholders and locals to prosper in Papua. The government expects that this will lead to greater development in the island.
In another update, Indonesian President-elect Prabowo Subianto met with President Joko Widodo at his private residence in Sumber Sub-District, Banjarsari District, Solo, early Sunday.
Prabowo, along with his entourage, arrived at the Adi Sumarmo Airport in Boyolali, Central Java, where he was welcomed by Vice President-elect Gibran Rakabuming Raka, who is also Widodo's eldest son.
They went to Widodo's home at approximately 2 p.m. local time and had a closed-door meeting for more than an hour. The President-elect departed the residence at approximately 3 p.m. local time, declining to give any interviews to the press. However, he did greet the media with a wave as he left.
We are now just, counting the days. It's going to be this week where the inauguration of the Indonesian President-elect, Bapak Prabowo Subianto. And in regards to that, Ahmad Muzani, chairman of the People Consultative Assembly and Secretary General of the Gerindra Party, had announced that there's 21 head of state that is confirmed to attend the inauguration of Indonesia's President-elect Prabowo Subianto and Vice President-elect Gibran Rakabuming Raka on October the 20th, this Sunday. But he did not want to mention specifically who are the leaders that's going to be attending the inauguration. And also, and to add to that, he also gave an importance of maintaining peaceful atmosphere, especially for the politics member and also us as the Indonesian citizens, as now we all have to understand it to preserve a calm and stable environment in front of the international community, especially during the inauguration.
Yes, and we're also waiting for the cabinet, which is
Correct.
to be announced as well. So
That's right.
we are looking forward to the 20th of October. And now we're going to move on to another update. And now this is coming from the Indonesian Army Chief General Maruli Simanjuntak, who led thousands of soldiers in a cleanup activity along the Ciliwung River in the Tambora district, West Jakarta, on Sunday.
And such action and activity, which was also organized by the Jakarta Public Facility Maintenance Agency, or PPSU, and Water Resources Agency, was held to commemorate the 79th anniversary of the Indonesian Armed Forces.
Thousands of Indonesian Armed Forces soldiers, or TNI, participated in a cleanup activity along the Ciliwung River in Tambora, West Jakarta. They were seen using sacks and rubber boats to collect waste that were floating in the river and on the river banks. The cleanup activity was led by Indonesian Army Chief General Maruli Simanjuntak, along with West Jakarta Mayor and other military officials from the Navy and Air Force. General Maruli explained that the activity was part of the 79th anniversary of the armed forces and their routine social service to maintain the cleanliness of rivers and streams in Indonesia.
Selama 13 hari ini ada 80,3 ya, Ciliwung ini kita bersihkan. Kita sudah bisa dapat sampah sekitar 6.000 ton sampah. Nah, tadi setelah kita melakukan perjalanan, dan memang harusnya ada orang yang mengerjakan rutin. Selama ini memang ada, sudah dilakukan rutin ya. Tapi kan kita perlu evaluasi dulu.
General Maruli also encouraged everyone, especially residents living near the Ciliwung River, to keep the river clean and attractive for the well-being of the local community. Saturday contributor reporting from West Jakarta.
State-owned electricity company PLN has collaborated with the Indonesian Energy and Mineral Resources Ministry as well as the Indonesian Electric Motorcycle Manufacturers Association to hold the 2024 PLN EV conversion race.
This event took place at the Sentul International Karting Circuit in West Java on October the 13th. It was the second such event following September's race. And some believe that this event is the first ever electric motorcycle conversion race in the world.
State-owned electric company PLN collaborated with the Indonesian Energy and Mineral Resources Ministry as well as the Indonesian Electric Motorcycle Manufacturers Association to hold the 2024 PLN EV conversion race. It took place at the Sentul International Karting Circuit in West Java on October 13. The race consisted of two categories, namely EV Endurance and Live Conversion Competition. The event also involved vocational high schools from all across the country.
Yang sekarang ini lebih banyak dibandingkan yang pertama dulu ya. Jadi artinya begitu yang pertama kan kita cukup kesiapannya hanya sekitar 3 bulanan. Dan sekarang mungkin dengan yang pertama kemarin ada sekitar 1 bulan tambah banyak. Artinya semakin bertumbuh bengkel-bengkel konversi yang ada di Indonesia. Itu. Dan bahkan sekarang ada yang one make race dari United. Mudah-mudahan nanti pada putaran berikutnya banyak merek juga yang ingin mencoba secara brand untuk memperlihatkan kepada masyarakat bahwa sepeda motor listrik merek saya itu cukup bagus.
Electric vehicles were introduced in Indonesia in 2018, and the government shifted focus to converting conventional vehicles to electric-powered ones by 2020 in a bid to lower emissions in the transportation and industry sectors.
This electric motorcycle racing event is held to promote the government's effort to converting the fuel-powered vehicles to the battery-based electric vehicles. And although the rain started to pour this afternoon during the race, however, it didn't stop the enthusiasm among the public to come and watch this new type of race.
The Indonesian government also increased conversion incentives from 7 million to 10 million rupiah per converted unit to support the transition.
Animonya dibangkitkan itu dengan cara memperlihatkan bahwa kendaraan ini seperti kendaraan biasa yang bisa juga dibawa lari kencang. Nah, dengan adanya racing ini, yang kali ini ketiga ya, yang pertama adalah uji coba, lalu racing pertama kemarin September, lalu sekarang Oktober. Alhamdulillah Pak Menteri menugaskan kepada kami, tadi sudah diwakili oleh Pak Sekjen, untuk memberikan piara bergilir. Nah, ini kita harapkan, satu, animonya masyarakat juga bertambah, juga yang paling penting di belakang sih